Okay, just let's continue on with the same thing we're working on with our functions. So just pull it. Just keep it. Okay. So before we're just using our function, and I wanted to show you why I do like this, because I don't think it's very clear. Actually, when I look at it, it looks maybe even more confusing. So I'll just leave this one, and we'll create some more, and just another function, some other function. And let me just mention that I'm doing this, I don't know if you've come across it, it's just called camel case, just a way of rereading functions if you're writing something in the function. So if you have it small letters, it's more difficult to read. So yeah, so it's easy to read. Or you could use underscore, which some programmers prefer for some reason. I don't know, I like the big letters. So you can also find this, but I prefer the big letters. But probably not very important. So now we have some other function. Let us just now just make some functions. So yeah, and another one. So just leave it empty for now. Some third function. Some third function. I don't know. Okay, so, and you can do like this because we're just defining functions. No code inside of them, they're not being called. Doesn't matter. So now we have 3 functions, right? Now I can organize again, or comment to help you see it. So third function, second function, and first function. First function, okay. Yeah, and so now see what so we're calling our function. Let's get rid of that. We don't want to call it anymore. We just run it again. So it's just like resetting our program almost. So we're starting end of program. Only these two, just to do that. So now let's try and call one of the other functions. So we have this one, our first function from before. Now we have new function, some other function, and we have some third function. Let's call this one. And now I can, let's start again, making it easy. Print line, this is the third function. Yes, and print line, this is the second function. Right? Oh, I forgot something. Got that one. Yeah. Okay, but we're not calling them still. Yeah, but no errors at least. Okay. So let's call some third function. Now I don't want to remember all this, so I just copy it. Control C. And I call it up in the setup. Some third function. And let's see what. I forgot a semicolon. Stupid me. Yeah, this is the third function. So now we're calling the third function. And let us below the third function just call the first function, which was, what was the name of it? Some function. And it took an integer input 4 and a string input, some new string. Yep. Yay! So now we're calling 2 functions, calling some third function and some function. And And we can call as many functions as we like, and we can call them as many times as we want, and in any order that we like. So let's just do like this. So yeah, you can play around with this and see how it works. The only thing that I would like to mention is that the order of things does matter. So let's just do like this. So in this function call, some function, which was our first function, going down here. This is our first function, right? Some function. We have an integer first, takes in an integer, and then it takes in a string. If you reverse the order, you will get an error. This is very important. So here we call it, and now we have, like we should, an integer first and then a string. Let's do it the other way around. String first, then an integer, and then run it. What will happen? It'll give an error because it expects, as first input, it expects an integer and not a string. And here it got a string, and then it's just confused. So the order of things when you input it into the function does matter, and they follow this. Yeah, they follow this. The way you define the functions. Let's say that here we define how the function will take the input, and when you put input into the function, it has to follow this order. So integer, in this case, integer first, and then string second. So, and I can show you that if we change the order of things, Control X, Control V, like this, it'll just do it in the other order. Or it will, sorry, now it takes the input in the other order. So now what we did up here was correct. String first and then integer second. Yeah. So, and if you want, at this point, I guess we could do something like this. Maybe I should have done it before. Calling our third function. You can do this if it helps you. Calling our sum function, our first, that's actually our first function. Calling our third function for the second time. Maybe, I hope this is not confusing you. In any case, we have now 3 functions down here that we can call, that we want. So this will be enough for this video. Yeah.